Her instructions should have went something like, go ahead and put it in here and put it through here. And then when you dump stuff out, it's gonna look pretty much like a murder scene. It's jam. It's jam. Hey y'all, guess what day it is? Hank, don't ruin this video. I told Hank that he could be here if he would stay on top of the fridge, and he's already breaking rules because his curiosity is bad and his curiosity is gonna get him in super big trouble. But anyway, all this berry picking that we've been doing, Hank, okay, if you could just, time out. Hank, going to the bedroom. Now I'm gonna, Hank, sorry. As I was saying, before everybody started screaming, there's a cat on your counter. There's a cat on my counter. It's just, this is my life. I don't have a commercial kitchen. I have Jamie and Lester's kitchen. And tonight it will become a cannery? Is that a thing? Jarrery? Anyway, we are making some wild dewberry jam right here in the kitchen, and we are going to use a recipe that appears to be really easy. I watched this lady named the Appalachian Forager. She knows all kinds of crazy things, but she made a wild dewberry jam, and she made it look really easy. So since I saw that and she showed all of the steps, we're just gonna take a page from her book and make us some jam. And I learned this week as well from y'all that jam and jelly are totally different, and we are indeed making jam. I have my jars sterilizing, my first round. My second round will go in just a minute, and I'll get back with you. All right, are you ready for this? Because while the second set of jars is steaming, I'm gonna get going on prep number one. Prep number one is 8 cups of berries that go into this bowl, and you're allowed to be generous. These are the first ones that I picked, and I did rinse them, and they have been in the fridge. Suddenly I feel like I have too many berries, which, is that really a bad thing? No, because I'll freeze some. That was 3. Don't lose count, Jamie Walker. Do not lose count. 4. We're gonna add a half, just because a little bit more. I have all of these and all of these. We're just gonna put those aside because I didn't know how little 8 cups was. I was like, 8 cups seems like a lot. I'm gonna be freezing some berries tonight, which is fine. It'll be fine. All right, my bestie over at Appalachian Forager says you can use a hamburger smasher or a tater smasher. She says tater, that's what we're gonna go with. And you're gonna put 2 tablespoons of lemon juice right inside these berries. And she calls it a smush smush, but I'm gonna call it a jam jam. So come on. 2. All right, let's pump up the jam. Smash it and smash it. Boy, she makes this look really great and easy online, and they're not smashing. See? Keep on keeping on. This is the very first time in my whole life that I've ever made jelly or jam. So this could go so wrong, or so right. Not quite sure. But my arm hurts already. That's gotta be a sign, right? Allegedly, the citric acid will help break down the berries. I'm gonna give that a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, while we're waiting, I pulled out the second set of jars. They've been sterilized, so they're drying at this point in time. And I've resorted to using 2 hands instead of 1, so that's something. Also, secret tip that I'm not wearing white
the Appalachian Forager says, get out a pot, bring it to a boil, let it simmer to cook the fruit down. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get the pot. We had to break out the big pot because after a while, we gotta add sugar. Okay, let's dump her in. Okay. I feel like I should have made a double batch just from the go. I have enough berries. Should I? I feel like this isn't very much. We're gonna try it first, see what it tastes like, and then I'm so torn right now between Jamie, you have a crap load of berries, to what if it tastes terrible? I mean, how wrong can you go with berries and sugar and lemon juice and gel, right? Right? Am I wrong? Let's go double. Let's go big or go home, because there's also more berries to pick at JL. So, the berries are cooking down. My smushing was not as perfect as I thought because all the whole ones have come to the top since the heat's gotten to them. So, not to worry though, because this is a food mill and it's gonna go in here and we're gonna grind it all down, which will separate the seeds from the berries. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. I have washed and dried my rings, washed and dried my lids, lips, seals, those things. And then here's my cute little teeny tiny baby jars. Aren't they adorable? I thought that it would be a good thing to put them in small jars at first in case no one likes it. Then I didn't. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine. So it is starting to cook on the edges here. I'll give this a stir. This spoon will probably never be the same. Probably forever be my jam. My jam spoon. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. After we get this pretty heated up, I'll pull it off, let it cool down just a bit, and then we're going to start to work that food mill. I have never used a food mill in my life. Seen one. Grandma had one. Grandma also used cheesecloth and this cone-shaped colander thing with a big old, it looked like a rolling pin, but that didn't have the handles on it as well. Either way, we're going to try new things today and use that. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Also note, we're going to be eating squash every day for 2 months. And we're almost ready to can pickles as well. I had to put my hair up because this next part is a little hot. Okay, so the berries have been cooking. I feel like that they're pretty broken down. You're broken down and tired. Living life like you're a dewberry from J&L. All right, so the Appalachian Forager says, get you a soup ladle, put this in your food mill, and to crank it like you're standing at the pencil sharpener in 2nd grade. So I'm gonna start with 1, I think. First time ever, y'all. Oh, wait, which way? This way. This way feels best. Okay. That's my best helper right there. This is a food mill, and probably everyone in the world knows what one is besides me. So, dump it in. Oh boy, you hold it with your elbow because you're videoing with the other, and you turn. And what it does is separates your juice from here. And this allows you to put, oh no, get back up there. This allows you to put as much of the seed or fruit pulp back into your mixture as you want, but doesn't require you to keep every single blackberry seed, which, if you know, or dewberry seed. I keep calling them blackberries. They are dewberries, which are wild blackberries. There's a lot of seeds. So you don't have to put any in here, or you can put some. I probably will put very few. Her instructions should have went something like, go ahead and put it in here and put it through here, and then when you dump stuff out, it's gonna look pretty much like a murder scene. It's jam. It's jam. All right, so next up is take this pot, put it back on the stove, get it boiling again. Look how Trixie. So much help in the kitchen now. Get it boiling again, and then we're gonna add our sugar. And the amount of sugar is pretty unbelievable. 8 cups of 8 cups of berries, 7 cups of sugar, and we doubled that recipe. So I didn't make up the recipe. I triple checked the recipe. Okay, so her recipe says, put that back on the stove, get it to a boil, and add your sugar. Now, her recipe calls for 7 cups of sugar for 8 cups of blackberries. And I've doubled my blackberries, and 14 cups of sugar is so much, it's so much sugar. I'm thinking of doing 10 cups of sugar. I read about 20 other recipes and it was less. They say it'll be more tart, but I feel like my berries were very ripe and are very sweet. And I also just tasted the juice. And while it is a little tart, I wouldn't mind tart jelly. So we're gonna go with 10 cups of sugar for our 16 cups of blackberries because it is really, I bet you there's only 8 cups of liquid in there now that it's all cooked down. Just so many dishes. Anyway, we're gonna get that cranking again and get the sugar in here. All right, we got our sugar in and it was boiling once. Now it's time to bring it back to a boil. And the very next thing we will do will be adding our pectin. 2 packages because we're on a double dose here. And then we'll be moving on to this. Oh boy. We added our sugar, we added our pectin, and now we are adding our jelly to the jars, which is so awesome, and I'm so excited. Okay. Got splattered berry in there. Not that that matters, really. So, get a ladle. I should have mentioned earlier that I am not a how-to person and don't necessarily have all of the expert ways to do this, but I'm following someone else's recipe. So you fill it up to where you leave a little bit of headspace and then wipe the top with a moist paper towel. And I don't have a good canning station. She calls it her can jam station. I don't have it. And then you set your little lid right on top. I clearly am no pro at this. So, okay. She used much bigger jars in hers, and now I'm thinking like that was probably smart because it's exactly a ladle full. That's not the end of the world, I guess. But it is gonna take me many more jars. We got a lot of jelly. Y'all, we're in the final canning bath stages. I got 1 set already done. I'm waiting for that. I can't make that noise. Okay. Anyway, I'm waiting for them to pop because that's what happens with canning. This is round 2. We have 38 jars of blackberry jam. That's right, J&L Ranch's first jam. So excited. Thanks for joining me with this. I'm gonna keep on rocking and rolling with that. And then I'm gonna try to clean up everything that I destroyed, including the murder scene. Bye, y'all.